Yeah. What impact do you think the campaign work will have on the community?
The first, because we have the two kind of campaigns for the local St. Louis. The first thing is that to donate like the PPEs, donate like surgical masks to the hospitals, to the senior apartments, to the some of the clinics, and to the first responders, and they are very happy on that, and they know us. And a lot of people didn't know that we like our modern Chinese modern Chinese school, and now they know that, and now they know like what where we are and what we do, and now they knowing like our like Chinese communities helping like the whole community to on the protection, not only like the healthcare workers, and but also for the whole community. They are they are very uh, thankful for us. So like from like we got the acknowledgement from like the mayor's office of the St. Louis City, and from the mayor like Linda Cruzen, and from the St. Louis County, the executive is executive county executive, the Dr. Sam Page from his office, and also from like Richmond Heights like mayor's office, and a lot of people, a lot like the people in the St. Louis is knowing us now and knowing like our community, the Chinese community, what we did for the whole like cities like people's like health. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's transition to the effects of COVID-19 on the Nenzing Sister Cities Association. Can you tell me when the Nenzing Sister Cities Association got started and your role on the association's committee?
Yeah, St. Louis Nanjing is sister city is the first pair of the sister cities between the United States and China. So it started in the 1979. So it's last year we went to Nanjing to celebrate the 40 years anniversary, and the vice mayor, vice deputy mayor from Nanjing went to St. Louis last spring to celebrate like the 40 years anniversary in St. Louis. So we have the very long like friendship history in like two countries and two cities. So majority like two this communities did things is for a lot of for the education exchange, culture exchange, and for the business and for the yeah for the healthcare. There are a lot of things like it's not limited, but it's a very broad like exchange programs.
What's your role on the association's committee?
I was like currently like act as a secretary in the community. So majority is to doing to arrange all the meetings, arrange like the community normal works, so such like that.
What are the goals of this association?
The goals for this association is the majority to deep the understandings for the two cities, and to assist like the business development, to have that a lot more like education exchange. So the most successful education like exchange is like we have the exchange students from like Nanjing Foreign the middle school attached to the Nanjing Foreign Language School, and here the SLU High. So we set up about more than 10 years like students like exchange program. So every year there'll be several students coming from like Nanjing to enroll in the SLU High, and in the SLU High there's also some like students came to the China to attend some like summer terms like exchange program, and more like education like programs happens in St. Louis and and the Nanjing. So like Amazon, they have the international the MBA program help to work with the Nanjing University. So a lot like education like programs being executed. So
You mentioned that the association also supports the economic growth for businesses and industries. How has COVID-19 affected those businesses and industries here in St. Louis?
um, majority we are not involving in like in those kind of like uh, the detail like the industry like developments. Majority we just like a bridge to introduce each other. Then when they develop, they were like developed by themselves. So, but Amazon is like our local Fortune 500 companies. Amazon did a lot of business in China. So what I heard from like the people in the Amazon, they actually in the early this year, like when the China is a lockdown, there's a lot of like the plants in like China they cannot like working. So and it's kind of the impact for their the revenues for their like annual like annual incomes. So there's those impacts are pretty big for those like countries, those companies in both countries. Yeah.
Um, so, so going back when you were talking about the goals of this association and like all the exchange students, um, if when the association is trying to create more people-to-people connections, how has COVID-19 affected or changed the way people viewed each other when the virus started to spread to the US?
Yes, the because currently like a lot of school is being locked down, so it's being stay-at-home study. Some like international students that have like either suffer from this kind of pandemic. So either stay at the come back to the country, come back to the China, or either stay here. But stay here is still like there's a lot like things like it's not like before. So so I heard that some students in the Slu High is they stayed here. Some students come back. So actually it's a case by case. But it affects a lot those people students the normal study and the normal life. So some people need help. Some people yes went back to China, and there's a lot of like uncertain in the next semester because still don't know. We heard the different like decisions or stories about the next semester, whether they will stay still like study online or they change to real like go to the real like school. So there's not a lot uncertainties, and because like currently like lockdowns, a lot of like students come in China. They cannot come to here because they cannot apply the visa because the U.S. embassy is still not being open yet. So and the flights between these two countries still there's no direct flights like from like from the U.S. like air companies. So yeah.
Yeah, so I understand that the association has also been doing a lot to contribute to COVID-19 relief, both in China and here in St. Louis. Can you explain to us what you guys have been doing?
The sister cities like they majority like what I'm sourcing like the masks manufacturers as I got through like some people in the Nanjing government, so they give me a lot of help to finding like the right resource, the right manufacturer. So that's very helpful for us, for me to locate the resource. And recently, like Nanjing government also want to donate like 30,000 like masks to St. Louis to help to give the like cities and to give the counties. So that's like coming from the cities between the two cities, like like friendship. and our communities in the whole support to Wuhan or support to support St. Louis, the programs. We joined both programs from the beginning, from the first day. So do all donations and do all tell the peoples and helping the campaigns like that. So.
Do you think that the relationship between St. Louis and Nenzing may change as a result of COVID-19?
Uh, it's hard to say because there's a lot of things from the city-wise, we didn't see direct change. So, and we still as the two sister cities, our relationship is still as before. And the Nanjing government supports St. Louis, supports the United States, the peoples, and St. Louis, the city is still as the sister cities, programs. So from us, we didn't see a lot of change. So.
What do you hope the relationship will be after the pandemic?
Yeah, we think we still we still want to be same before, like the friendships forever. So because not only because two cities it's was the first pair of the city, but from our Chinese American community, we want two countries be good relationship forever. So it's good for both sides, for both both people in the both countries. Yeah, because we don't want to the better relationship, because we live here and as Chinese Americans, and we want to our hometown and our currently hometown be both successful. So yeah.
So on a final note, do you have any thoughts or observations that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I think majority your research work is very grateful for, because those records all that happens between Chinese Americans, what we did in what we doing for those pandemic, and for to this. I think this is very good approaching for records all the Chinese local Chinese people what we are doing here, and very thankful for your interview with me, and yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to be interviewed today.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. You're very, very, very